All right, guys, I have sold the BMW, and as you may have guessed already, I am going to order a brand new vehicle, and I've decided on the Ford Raptor, the meanest, toughest truck around, right? This is something I've actually had my eyes on for a while. The second generation Raptor actually came out right after I had purchased the BMW. I bought the BMW the summer of 2016. And I believe the Raptor came out shortly afterwards. So, had I thought about it a little bit more, I should have waited a little bit and just gone right into a 2017 Raptor. But that's okay. We enjoyed the BMW, but I did end up selling it back to the BMW dealership, like we had discussed. And now I am ordering a Raptor. So most people probably don't go through the ordering process. And, it's kind of fun because you can pick out exactly what you want, the options you want. You're not going onto a dealer's lot and either paying a lot more for options you just don't need or don't have any interest in, or you're kind of settling for a vehicle that doesn't have the exact specs that you're interested in. So with the Raptor, it's an interesting vehicle because there's not tons of them out there, and dealers are limited with their allocations for these vehicles. So that's all based on how many they sell, what kind of volume they sell, and Ford, the manufacturer, will allocate certain numbers of Raptors or GT350s, any of these high demand, low volume type vehicles. So I did some shopping around, as a lot of you know who have bought a Raptor or who may be looking for one already know. There's a premium on these things. A lot of dealers are charging over MSRP. I've heard in California they're charging maybe $20,000 over MSRP. Now, I don't know if that's still going on, but it certainly was for a while there. And I'll tell you, in Virginia, they are still charging over. I would say the average is about $5,000 over MSRP. And I completely refuse to do that. So I did some shopping around, and I highly encourage you to call multiple dealerships, tell them what you're looking for, and ask them to send you out a price sheet on it. You're not under any obligation at that point. Now, I started by calling dealerships that had some on the lot. And then my first question was, do you have allocation to order one if I wanted to go that route? Some said yes, some said no. So I shopped around until I found one I liked. I found a dealership that was very low processing fee. In Virginia, they charge up to $6.99 I've seen for processing fees. I'm sure it's even higher in some places, but you can find dealers that don't charge a processing fee. You can find some that charge a much lower one. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But I did find a dealership, and so now what I'm doing is I'm sitting down and I'm going to build out the vehicle. So if you go to the Ford website, the easiest thing to do is Google build Ford vehicle, or if you know specifically, build Ford Raptor, and it'll bring you to this website. It's basically shop.ford.com. And from here, you can see, let them find it for you. So with this, you would basically put in what you want. It'll find a dealership with something that's similar. There's no guarantee that it'll be exact, and most likely it won't be. But if you go to build your own, this is a great resource because it's going to give you up-to-date prices. You can build the specs you want, and then you can go to the dealer. You can print it off, or you can just write it down or memorize it and go right to the dealer and tell them this is what you're looking for. And there's no games being played because you'll know you're getting exactly what you want and what the price can be expected. So now for the Raptor, what you'll find is first we're under F-150 here. So you'll see all the different trim levels as far as the XL. Let's go this way. The XLT, the Lariat. But as we keep going down here, there we go, the Raptor. So as you can tell, the starting price is $50,115. So we'll hit configure for that. And you're going to be able to change the color on here and everything. It's kind of a neat tool. And I know Chevy has something similar. Most car manufacturers probably do. I think Porsche does. I'm not sure about BMW. But anyway, right now, as you can see, that's the Shadow Black. That's just the default. This is a Super Cab. Now, I actually do want a Super Crew. I want the full 4 doors. Let me rotate this vehicle a little. So if you're unaware of the way Ford labels their pickups, as you can see, the Super Cab is basically a 2-door with those suicide doors. So it's 4-door in the sense that that back door does open and it's on both sides, but there's no external doorknob. So you have to open the front door to get to the back door. And there's not a ton of space in the back. It's not bad, but if you get into what they call the Super Crew, that's when you have the full, there we go, full 4 doors, and it's just a ton of room. The other advantage of the Super Crew is you get a bigger gas tank. I believe it's a 36-gallon, maybe it's 38-gallon compared to a 26-gallon. So you're getting a bigger gas tank. Plus, I feel that resale value favors the Super Crew. I could be wrong on that, but I have done a little bit of research on it, and it does seem to carry over. Residual value is a little bit better on the Super Crew. You can't go wrong with either one, with the Raptor or any pickup truck for that matter. But the Super Crew is going to do you a little bit better. Now, you are paying more up front also. You are paying almost $3,000 more for it. But for me, that is what I'm looking for. So right away, our price goes up to $53,100. So I'm going to hit select on that. All right, these are standard things. You know, you're getting a high output 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 engine. There's no negotiating that. There is no V8. There's no other engine options. So you're getting that no matter what configuration you go with. You can't select the bed size. It's always 5.5 feet with the Raptor. But as you can see, there's 2 separate doors, and that is obviously on both sides. All right. The 10-speed electronic transmission, that is standard also. There is no change in that. So then the next thing would be paint. Now, this is one thing that I do have a big debate over. What color do I want? I've always had black vehicles, and I'll be honest, when they're clean, they look great. We all know this, but every scratch, every speck of dirt, every piece of pollen, Virginia, we get tons of pollen. Every vehicle, no matter what color you get, is going to be yellow this time of year. But I can tell you I'm not going to get black, or I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get black. So we can take a look at the white. I kind of like the white. It's kind of clean. It's kind of simple. But there's something about it I do like. I like the contrast with the flared fenders with the white, whereas if with the black, it all kind of blends in. Now, yeah, these are more gray, and there's a little bit of contrast, but I've seen them in person, and you're not getting that much of a contrast. Now, same thing with this bumper area and in the grill with the big Ford. And in the back, I'll show you later when I apply the applique, because I do want that. It just blends in so much. With the white, you have a lot more contrast. Silver, you're also going to get contrast. It's not bad. Something about it, though, it's just kind of boring to me. You know, it's okay, but I find it a little bit boring. The red's pretty bright. Now, this is the race red. Now, here's one interesting thing about the configurator. It's not offering the ruby red. Now, when the 2018s came out, they dropped 2 colors from the 17 model year. One being Avalanche Gray, which I absolutely loved, but unfortunately it's gone. Will it ever come back? I don't know, but is it available now? Definitely not. The other color they dropped was the ruby red, but they did bring it back. I don't know when it was, but dealerships have them, and if you go to the dealer to order this vehicle, you can order it in ruby red. For whatever reason, it's not on the configurator here. You would think, this is Ford's website, it would be the most up-to-date. I think with everything else it is. And I've brought it to their attention, and supposedly they were going to add it, but I still don't see it here. But the race red is pretty bright. You don't see many of them around. I guess it's all personal taste. Red is my favorite color. I don't know if I love it in the Raptor. But let me know what you think. Let me know what color you guys like the best. There's magnetic. A lot of people like this color. It's kind of a dark gray. My problem with it is, once again, there's hardly any contrast at all with the fender flares, with the back applique, with the bumpers, and it's just too dark. You know, it's all one dark kind of color, and there's just no contrast. There's no pop. Yeah, you could put some wrap on it. Yeah, you could do something with it. But from the factory, what I'm saying is it's pretty dark all around. And just not enough contrast. So I don't know if I like that. Leadfoot's a neat color. And as you can tell, do you see any difference in that? That's Leadfoot. And there's magnetic. Leadfoot, magnetic. So here's Leadfoot again. again, hardly any contrast. The difference is if you see this color in person, which I have, it's a flat paint. There's no metallic in it, where magnetic does have a metallic flex to it. So this is a flat, almost navy kind of gray, if you ask me. In person, if it's sunny outside and it's kind of light, you know, I like it a little bit. If it's starting to get dark, if it is dark, it just looks like another dark gray or black vehicle. Again, not enough contrast. In the bright sunlight, you do see a little bit more contrast, and you can even see in the pictures here. But it's one of those colors that you really need to see in person. I think taking pictures of it is extremely, extremely difficult. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on it. I've seen a lot of pictures of it. Everyone almost looks different. You have to go see one in person and kind of get a feel for it. In person, I kind of like it. But if I'm going to be taking pictures of this, doing videos of it, Instagram, I think the truck will pop enough with it. And again, not enough contrast. But it's certainly on the table of possibilities. And then lastly, there's lightning blue, which again, I don't think the configurator and pictures always do it justice. It almost has a cobalt blue look to it, I think, on the configurator here. But in person, I think it's got a different look. It's got a metallic blue look to it. It's got a rich, deep look. I think if it's not sunny out, but when it's sunny, it has, again, a different, a brighter kind of, almost the color here, look to it. So that's certainly a possibility too. But leave some comments. Let me know what your favorite color is out of all. Well, don't forget the ruby red too, so it'd actually be 8 colors. I'd love some input, and we'll kind of decide here together. But let's scroll down now. Let's leave the color as it is. We'll just kind of, we'll go with lead foot. Let's go with white. A little more contrast there. Okay, so then you get right into your packages. Now, the most popular package, I think, is going to be the 802A, which is the most fully loaded. Now, if you're trying to keep the price down and you just want to get into a Raptor, you can opt for the standard package, which is the 800A. Now, this thing's coming with, obviously, the 3.5 EcoBoost engine. They all come with that. Now, this is coming with cloth seats, no leather. You're still going to get the Fox shocks. The high-performance suspension is not going to change. Unique IP center stack and door trim applique finish. Let's scroll down. And note, we're already at $54,495 for going with the Super Crew as opposed to the Super Cab. All right, so the next one is 801A. So it's a step up. It's an additional $3,280. And when I click this, you're going to see some changes in the vehicle here, and it'll be the things that changed. Now, right away, it's saying that you're getting 10-way power heated driver and front passenger seats. Now you're getting the leather seats. Now you're getting the Sync 3, which you didn't have in the base. And you're getting an 8-inch LCD touchscreen, which you don't get in the base. And I will also say that you're getting a key start in the first 2 packages. You have to go up to the highest trim level to get the push start. So let's click this and see how the vehicle looks. Okay, so if you notice, the applique in the back is now a standard feature. In 17, it was like $500 or something like that. In 18, it's included. Now, you can delete it. As we go down, you'll see there's a spot you can delete it if you don't like it. But if you get into the 801A or 802A, it's included. If you're in the 800A, you can see it's gone. So it may be an add-on you can do. There is some a la carte stuff at the end if you didn't want to get the whole package. But let me click that 801A once again, and let's see. You're going to see the applique being added. Let's see if anything changes around these doors. I don't know if those change to color-coded. No, but you can see something in the front here, so let's rotate it and click it off. Oh, we got to go back up. It's kind of a pain, but let's go back to the 800. All right, it looks like window tint is one thing. There's now no window tint there. You go to 801A. Yeah, so if you could see that, you're getting window tint in the back and the sliding rear window. You don't get that with the 800 in the base model. You get into 801A, and you do. Something in the front looks like it's always it's changing when I hit that. So let me. Maybe not. That's strange. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Now getting into the highest trim level, which would be your 802A, which is what you're going to find on just about every Raptor you find on a dealer's lot. They're not ordering them without it. What you are getting significantly above and beyond with this, including everything you've already got in the 801A and the 800A, but now you're getting the 4.1 front axle with the torsion differential. You're getting 10-way power driver and passenger seats with heated and cooled memory seats. You're getting the 360-degree camera. You're getting the Sync Connect system, which is the best sync system there is. And you're getting the B&O play. So the B&O audio, which is new for 2018. In 17, they had the Sony system. And in 18, they changed to the B&O. And apparently, it's phenomenal. But watch when I click this. Okay, you see a change in the mirrors here because I know those have gone to a power mirror. Let me go back. You see how these mirrors are all black? You get into the 802A, and now you're getting the color-coded mirrors. What else you get in here? Let me click the 8. Something looks like it changed. Oh, yeah, your taillights, and I'll tell you why. With 802A, you're getting Bliss, which is that blind spot radar. So if you're backing out of a spot and there's a car coming across in a parking lot, it's going to alert you to that. So it is a different taillight because it does have the radar built in. So it's a totally different look. I think you'll notice here that the taillight looks different. The reverse light looks different. Yeah, you got one big reverse light here in the base model and the 801A. You get into the 802, and now you're looking at a smaller reverse light. Everything's LED. You've seen some shadows change on the inside, and I think part of that is because, yes, okay. Now you are getting the color matched doorknobs. When you're in the 801A and the 800A, they're black, so they do look different. If you can see, when I click 802A, they will change to white along with the mirrors. And so that's what you're seeing. Okay, so I definitely know I want the 802A. I want all those luxuries that it has. It's a great package. You can click the I for information up here, and it will go through everything with you. It's got power adjustable pedals, which is pretty neat. It's got the leather seating. It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That's big. I love that. Like I said in some of my other videos about the BMW didn't even come with Apple CarPlay. Was it an option? I don't know. I bought the car off the lot. But I know a lot of people with a lot of BMWs, and Apple CarPlay was not a standard option in 16. And whether it is now or not, that's a good question. You get ambient lighting. You get that Bliss, which is the blind spot information system I talked about. You're getting dual zone electronic automated temperature control. Heated steering wheel. That's always nice, especially if you're in a colder climate. Inflatable rear seat belts, which is great safety. That's in the Super Crew only, so if you get in the shorter Super Cab, it's not going to be there. Integrated trailer brake controller, the LED box lights, that's great. So there's these LED lights in the bed of the truck, which are fantastic. You got LED side spotlight mirrors on your side mirrors, which is cool. It's like an alley light, you know, it's a bright light that shines out from your side view mirrors. And intelligent access was push button start. Right, so that's where you're getting your push button start also. So we know we want the 802A. That's not going to be a debate. Now here's something that's somewhat debatable. These decals. I can take or leave the rear one, but it's $1,000. It's $1,075. The hood graphic is another $1,000 almost, $900. Excuse me. So for me, there's a lot of aftermarket graphics out there. Are they just as good? I'm assuming some of them are. I've even found some OEM graphics from Ford that are half this price. So I'm not going to order either one of these. I will eventually get the hood graphics because I think it adds some nice contrast. If I click that, and we'll add it because I am going to eventually get it. I'm just not going to order it through Ford. You can see where the hood graphics are applied up there, and I think it looks pretty good. As far as the side, if you add that, yeah, it's kind of cool. I've seen different Raptor graphics. I never liked the big splash graphic that was in the first generation Raptor. This one's not too bad. I do like the fact that the actual Raptor words, it's clear. So you're seeing the white paint through that. But if I had picked the black one, this would be darked out. The blue or red, then this would be blue or red because the paint of the truck would be shining through, or coming through, I should say, this clear decal or graphic. Now, of course, this black part, the swoosh or what you want to call it, would still be black. I'm going to go without that. Actually, I'm going to go without the hood graphic because I'm going to do that myself. That's going to be one of the mods I do myself. Now, you'll see here all the things that are included with this package. So these things would be a la carte if you weren't going with the 802A. So that would be the trailer tow package, already included. The carbon fiber package, that's $1,000. You know, let me know what you guys think about it. I think it's cool, for sure. You're getting some carbon fiber on each of the 4 doors. I do believe the shifter knob is carbon fiber, and then some of the other trim around the dash is carbon fiber. Is it worth $1,000? I'm going to say no. I do like it, but I'm not sure if it's worth $1,000. And I know a lot of guys will disagree with me, but we're already looking at $64,265. This vehicle could easily be $75,000 by the time we're done if we add everything to it. So at some point you do have to make some budget decisions, and I'm not really sure if that is worth it or not. So let me know what you think. I'm going to leave it off. You let me know. Let's see exactly what it's saying. Okay, so the shift knob, the dash applique, as I mentioned, the door applique, and then the media door bin. Okay, so that's down in front of the shifting knob, kind of like a little change holder. I think there's like a cigarette lighter out there in front of there, or a power outlet, some USB plugs. Excuse me. So anyway, that is the carbon fiber package. Very popular package that dealers are always ordering for the vehicles on the lot. So if you don't want to pay that $1,000, you have to pretty much order one yourself. The interior color accent package. This puts orange stitching as opposed to the silver or light gray stitching that is on here. It's $750. I don't particularly like it. Some dealers have it on the lot, some don't. I'm not a fan of it. I wish you could pick different colors. I wish you could pick red or maybe blue. I might like that. I'm not into the orange. But the other additional thing you're getting is you are getting this aluminum dash panels, unique seating covers with the orange accents, and unique door and dash applique. So if you are getting the carbon fiber package, now your carbon fiber looks orange. I wouldn't get both. I wouldn't get the interior color package and the carbon fiber package. I think you're kind of wasting your money because you're not getting as much carbon fiber. Because you can see here where this would be the carbon fiber, it's now part of this interior accent, and it's this orange color. I don't like it. I don't care for it. It's all personal preference. But for me, I'm going to say no. So that's $750 that we're not going to be spending. As we scroll down, a power equipment group, that is included. If you're asking what that is, this is the rear glass. That's my key perimeter alarm. Power tailgate. That's kind of nice. Anyway, it's included, so we really don't have to worry about it. The technology package. Now, this is a big one. This is almost $2,000. Is it worth it or is it not? It's only 3 things. Well, I'll show you exactly what it is. It's lane keeping system and lane departure warning. I really think they're both one and the same. Lane keeping system is if you veer out of your lane a little bit, it is going to shake the wheel. Some cars vibrate the seat. Some give an audible alarm or beep to let you know that you are drifting out. I think if you do a lot of highway traveling, if you're a big traveler, long distance mostly, highway traveling, it's nice. You're late at night, you're tired, it's going to keep you awake, it's going to keep you safe. Lane departure warning. That's what I'm talking about. That's the warning when you're departing the lane. Lane keeping system, physically the wheel will physically turn a little bit to keep you in the lane. So that's kind of the difference. They work together. It's almost the same system. If you're doing a lot of city driving, I think it's a pain in the ass. It's always bothering you. I think there is a button you can turn it off. I think it's right below the shifting knob, shifter lever. But additionally, you get auto high beams. I had this in the BMW. I liked it a lot. The thing is, you had to turn it on every time you started the car. It didn't automatically stay on if you had put it on. I don't know if Ford's system is different. But I'm a big bright light person. Even in rural areas and city areas, if there's no one in front of me, I love to pop them on. The system is very smart. It knows if anyone's in front of you. If you're in the city, it's probably not going to turn them on at all. If you get into the suburbs at all, yeah, there's a lot of chance of it on and off. It's convenient. Is it absolutely necessary? No. Rain sensing wipers, I had that on the BMW. I like it. Do I love it? Do I absolutely have to have it? No. What kind of effort does it take to click your high beams? What kind of effort does it take to turn your windshield wipers on? To me, it's not worth it. Adaptive cruise control with collision mitigation. That I do like, okay? With this, in the front of your dash, you will see kind of a glass window. It almost looks like you have HUD, that heads-up display, but it's not. The only heads-up display it's projecting is like 5 dots onto the windshield. And if you're getting close to the car in front of you, those dots will start to fill in the closer you get. I do like that. I think it will help you brake to avoid a rear-end collision. But is it worth $2,000 to me? I've thought about it long and hard, and I've opted against it. I'm sure I'll get some comments about people saying they love it. I'm a tech guy. I love technology in cars, but it's just something I can't justify $2,000 for. Most vehicles on the lot will have it. Okay, let's go down. Ford Tailgate applique. This is included, like I said. If you do not want it, you can click this delete, and it will disappear. The only thing it includes is the applique. There is nothing else that is included with that. It used to be a $500 option. If you delete it, you will notice the price does not change. $64,265 is still your price, so you're not getting any kind of credit back. I like it. I think it adds some extra contrast to the back of the truck. It's big, it's bold. I would like to maybe get some decals and fill these in and either color match whatever color truck I get, or maybe a US flag type applique. But I am certainly going to keep it. I am not going to delete it. The 410 front axle torsion differential is included. The bed divider. These things are neat. It's $300. I think I can get one aftermarket for less. At this time, I'm going to opt against it. Bed liner. I have to have a bed liner. I absolutely love the idea of a bed liner. Your two choices are a drop-in bed liner for $350 or the spray-in bed liner for $495. I know a lot of guys will argue, hey, why get it? Go get it aftermarket, X-liner, or any of these other Rhino liners or whatever. People swear by them. I like the Ford spray-in bed liner. I am going to get it for that price. It's a fantastic price. You can't really see in this picture, but one of the neat things that you will get if you get it sprayed in from the factory is the Ford emblem. The Ford emblem is sprayed in over here, and you will not get that if you do any kind of aftermarket spray. For $495, I think it's worth it. You're not going to get X-Liner any cheaper, not the quality version of it. And that is something I definitely want. Besides, look at how that changes the look of the vehicle, just having that blacked out. I think it makes a big difference. Plus, it protects your bed, and you are still getting those lights. So the lights for the bed are still in there. It doesn't affect that in any way. So we're going to add that. Now we're up to $64,760. Power moonroof, twin panel. This thing is huge. If you guys have seen this in the truck, you can't get the twin panel on the shorter cab. You can only get it on the Super Crew. It's $1295. I definitely want it. I love the idea that it lets all this extra sun in. It's great. Now, only the front panel opens, but still, all the light this thing lets in, it's amazing. I absolutely recommend it. Okay. The tailgate step with tailgate lift assist. It's $375. Listen, I'm young, I'm athletic, I'm strong. I have no problem hopping up into the back of this bed or any other pickup truck. Is it a neat feature? Yes. Have I whacked my shin against this thing so badly that I thought I was going to pass out? Yes. Most dealers are ordering this, and you don't have a choice. I'm going to opt away from it. It's nice, it's convenient, it's a little bit of a gimmick. I do not need help getting up into the bed of the truck. Maybe if your hands are full and your ladder is already down, the steps down, and you need to get out, then maybe it is something to consider. But to be honest with you, I know what's $375. We're already up to $66,055 after adding that sunroof. This is something I'm going to opt out of. I don't feel I really want it. Tonneau cover. I would like a roll-up tonneau cover. They are offering a hard flip cover and a soft fold cover. Either $1,000 for the hard, $525 for the soft. I'm going to get something aftermarket. Now the wheel options. So I do like this. This is the standard, the 17-inch. They're both 17-inch, so you know, and they're both. Well, no, the first one is the cast aluminum, and this is the standard wheel, the high gloss machine face, magnetic, painted pockets. I'm going to opt for this right now. I'm going to keep the standard wheel. I do like the 17-inch forged aluminum beadlock capable wheel. And remember, it's not always beadlock. It's beadlock capable. It's illegal to drive down the road all the time with beadlocks on. But there's aftermarket wheels I'm interested in. So I think I'm going to buy a set of aftermarket wheels and not get the Ford wheels. It's an $1,100 option. It's not bad. It makes the truck look cool. But if I'm going to get something aftermarket anyway, we're just going to opt without it. Most vehicles on the lot, not all, maybe it's 50-50, but maybe more than 50, you will see that have it. So it's another option you have no choice with. And that's why most vehicles on the lot are closer to 70,000. Where mine, very well equipped, is 66,000. The Pro Trailer Backup Assist, very cool, and it is included. And then that's it. So if we hit the summary, we're looking at $66,055. Will I want to go back and add the tech package? I mean, it's possible, but I'm leaning against it at this point. One thing you'll notice if you're building a vehicle now as opposed to a few months ago, they did just raise the destination charge to $13.95. They raised that $100. It was $12.95. But anyway, that's what you're looking at. That's what you would go into the dealer and basically pay, and then you would add in any kind of dealer fees, processing fees. Some of those things can be negotiated. Some dealers will not, so you need to shop around for a dealer. But that's where we stand. Let me know, guys, what you think. Let me know what color you prefer. That's definitely a big choice. And we want to get this vehicle ordered and hopefully get it as soon as possible. So thanks for watching. Shoot me any questions you might have. I know I kind of blew through it a little fast, but there's a lot of information here. If you access the website, you can see most of it yourself. All right, y'all. Thanks. Be safe. Be strong.